Hey everybody, this is Kanban Cody. Modern day Six Sigma is built on the shoulders of giants. Today we're going to learn about them and their influence on Six Sigma. Specifically, after watching this video, you'll have a better understanding of the history of continuous improvement, the value and foundation of Six Sigma, and the founding and history of Lean. So, let's get started. Up first is Philip Crosby. Now, Philip Crosby's influence on Six Sigma can't be stated enough. He is known for his four absolutes on quality, which are: quality means conformance to requirements, quality comes from prevention, the quality performance standard is zero defects, and quality measurement is the price of non-conformance. If you remember anything at all about Philip Crosby, remember his focus was on zero defects. Dr. W. Edwards Deming contributed a lot to continuous improvement and to modern-day management science. He is known for many things, but his 14 obligations is especially relevant in our day. In that document, he describes 14 obligations that managers must have. One of them that I'll mention is to drive out fear, because he believed fear in the workplace prevented innovation and creativity from happening. Another aspect that Dr. Deming focused on was this idea of natural variation, and how a lack of understanding of natural variation leads to a lot of firefighting in business. Dr. Armand Feigenbaum is up next. Feigenbaum is generally given credit for establishing the concept of total quality control in the 1940s while he was employed at GE. Then we have Dr. Kaoru Ishikawa, who is credited for the Japanese quality control movement and for developing what's called quality circles. And of course, the famous fishbone diagram is also named after him, which is formally called the Ishikawa diagram. Joseph Juran is known for the Juran trilogy, which is quality planning, quality control, and quality improvement. Juran also introduced us to the cost of poor quality metric, which measures the hidden cost of poor quality in companies. What's continuous improvement without Dr. Walter Shewhart, who is an engineer at Bell Labs and is famous for introducing the Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle, or PDCA. Sometimes it's called Plan, Do, Study, Act, or PDSA. They're effectively the same thing. He also introduced us to control charts, which is widely used outside of manufacturing and is used in almost all processes. Genichi Taguchi is known for his belief that quality is related to financial loss. He is a proponent of optimizing the design of products, and he is known for developing the famous design of experiments, or DOE. Sometimes it's called Taguchi experiments, and marketing folks like to refer to it as A/B testing. Now, let's transition to the history of Six Sigma. The idea of Six Sigma came from Bill Smith, an engineer at Motorola in 1985. Years later, Asia Brown Boveri refined the Deming methodology, and the belt system was introduced by Allied Signal and General Electric. And today, many companies have some form of Six Sigma in their organization, and the Deming methodology has been applied in areas outside of traditional manufacturing. One area that has especially adopted Six Sigma is healthcare, but Six Sigma is prevalent in almost all industries and markets, no matter if it's manufacturing or transactional. So, what is Six Sigma exactly? How it's understood and defined at most companies is Six Sigma as a business initiative focused on continuous improvement. Six Sigma uses the Deming framework, which stands for define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. The focus of Six Sigma is to reduce variation, because variation is seen as a root of defects and customers' dissatisfaction. For now, I'll leave it at that, but I'll provide a more rigorous explanation in an upcoming video on the fundamentals of Six Sigma. In this next section, we'll discuss the history and founding of Lean. You know, I'm often asked where the term lean comes from. Historically, it came from a paper by John Krafcik, a member of the MIT International Motor Vehicle Program. His paper was entitled The Triumph of the Lean Production System, where he explains his learnings from his time studying the management methods of Toyota. In that paper, he made a contrast between Toyota management and the American way of building cars. He called American auto manufacturing as, quote, buffered manufacturing, meaning that there were buffers of stock and material and capacity in between production lines. At Toyota, however, he didn't see these buffers. So, he initially called the Toyota way of doing things as fragile manufacturing, because if a machine broke, then not having buffer stock would shut the entire line down, and he saw that as fragile. Thankfully, he adopted the term lean instead of fragile, which is where we get the term lean today. Lean is a term that was used to coin the way Toyota conducts business. Formally, we know it to be the Toyota production system. This is widely known. What is not as known is that the Toyota production system really finds its roots in the loom. Before Toyota became a car company, it manufactured looms, which are what we now know as sewing machines. In 1924, Sakichi Toyoda developed the loom, but he invented something very unique. Back then, when the needle broke, the sewing machine kept moving. He noticed this, and so he invented a way to alert the operator. He devised a way for the sewing machine to stop when the needle broke. This might seem common sense today, but back then, this invention led the way to thinking the Toyota way, which is centered around respect for the human, or respect for people, and in eliminating waste. That's it for our overview and history lesson. In the next video, we'll learn more details around Six Sigma and Lean. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. This is Kanban Cody. Until next time.